I was young. It's not my problem. It's not my problem.
Something takes a part of me, something lost and never seen. Every time I start to believe, something taken from me. Life's gotta always be messing with me. Can't it chill and let me be free? Can't I take away all this pain? I try to every night, all in vain. Sometimes I cannot take this place. Sometimes it's not. See me fall from.
We're here at the confluence of the Ohio, the Allegheny, and the Monongahela Rivers, and welcome you to Acrisure Stadium on the North Shore of Pittsburgh, the home of the Steelers. Coming up, we've got a good one in store. It's the Cleveland Browns and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Mike Tirico and Greg Olson with you, the All-Pro Chris Boswell with the honors. Off we go from a rain-soaked Acrisure Stadium. And he can only get back to the 16-yard line. Now it appears we've got a Steeler injured on that play. Not something you want to see in the opening minute of the game. Here's a run with the rookie from Ohio State. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. If he gets a yard out of that one, it's second down.
So everything this defense talks about, Mike, is creating negative plays. It's one of the best run defenses in football. Everything is about suffocating you at the line of scrimmage, make you work for everything you get.
Open man, and that's Tillman. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up third down.
A bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
He's got his man complete. That's Judy. They get 12 yards on that pass. It's a Browns first down.
These third down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
Flacco. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him. The all-pro Cameron Hayward getting through there to drop him for a loss of 6.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with third down.
This is a really nice job of just finding a hole in coverage, Mike. And I used to say, hey, when you're open, stay open. That's the art of route running versus zone coverage. And it's a friendly target for the quarterback in space, and they're able to convert.
That is incomplete, but there is a flag down. Big call here. It was third down. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. They run straight ahead with Judkins. And he'll just hope to stay on his feet here, picking his way forward for a gain of about 4. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 5. On the ground, here's Dylan Sampson. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard. That's it.
It's a gain of 2 yards. And it's third.
Play 8 of the opening drive coming up. And now they face third down. Now Flacco. Back to the open man. It's Tillman. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down.
And the Browns, first down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
They'll run it with Judkins. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
So they go with the first down run, hoping to just get them some positive yards and get themselves into a good second down situation, but now they find themselves in 2nd and long. So the more you give defenses the opportunity, Mike, to defend you one-dimensionally. So in this case, we're only playing you in the pass, which stresses your protection. It stresses your play caller, and ultimately, it stresses your quarterback. I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked, and with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
A lengthy opening drive. Now comes to this. It is third down. Throwing, Flacco. That is incomplete. Great work to get in there. Make things difficult defensively. It sets up fourth down. The Browns getting their punting team out there, as they'll say no to the long field goal and hope to pin them deep.
The Steelers take over first
23. They'll begin 1st and 10.
319.
Rodgers going to put it up to get started. His throw on 1st down is going to be incomplete.
He just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a 1st down. Give him 16 there, and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So, from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Jalen Warren. Nice gain on 1st down, but the penalty flags come in. And the question now, will the play stand? Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. Trayvon Diggs, tight coverage, and he knocks that one away.
Solid rep there for this corner, Mike. I mean, to stay disciplined with his technique throughout the entire play. So often we see when the ball's put in the air, the defender can panic, and they either get a pass interference or they misplay the ball. This time he times it perfectly and forces the incompletion.
That will make 3rd down a little more manageable. Good yardage gained on that one.
Really nice timing on that slant route. We can tell the quarterback and the wide receiver are completely on the same page, and when executed at that level, it's virtually impossible to stop.
Here's 3rd and 7.
319. Get 300. Get 300. 319.
Again, it's Rodgers. And that is incomplete.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on 3rd down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up and they fail through the air, and we're going to have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
And he'll be brought down, short return, and they'll take over there. It looks like we've got an injured Brown on the field. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside.
Let's go.
Starts with a run by Judkins. Oh, he takes a really good lick in the backfield. They were all over him defensively for that run.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
They run it once more with Judkins. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up 3rd down.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
Got to get this to the 25. Here's 3rd down. Flacco to throw. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
The offense just couldn't seem to get anything going that drive. They knew they had a long way to go, taking over possession that deep in their own territory. You want to pick up that 1st down and see if you can capitalize some momentum. Instead, the errant throw puts up 4th down, and they're going to have to punt it away.
A 1st down throw from Rodgers. That's complete to Smith. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but 1st down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable 2nd down.
from incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a third down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
He's going to air one out for Metcalf. And on third down, that ball's incomplete. DK Metcalf was the intended target. And that's going to lead to a fourth down. Take this in, back to the 16. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. This drive starts at the 21. It's 1st and 10. On the bootleg, he'll look to throw. Throw here down the field. Will fall. Incomplete. Cedric Tillman was the intended target. And it'll be 2nd down.
His offense is doing everything they can to quiet this crowd, and even though they missed on that long attempt, at least it sets the tone that they're going to continue to attack. If they can come up with a completion on one of those downfield passes, it's going to go a long way to settling themselves into this game.
He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. He might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down. Here's Flacco. That is incomplete, but there is a flag down. Big call here. It was 3rd down. So, from the 36, it is 1st and 10. Here's Flacco to throw. Oh, a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass you say he should have had. Instead, he did not, and it brings up 2nd down.
And that's another brutal drop for an offense that has struggled to catch the ball up to this point. And yes, you can nitpick about ball placement and whatnot, but listen, the reality is at this level, if it hits your hands, you have to find a way to come down.
Joey Porter Jr. got a hand in there and made the play.
That's one of those plays where you come off the field, Mike, and you're getting a lot of high fives. Hey, good job. But then that secondary's coach pulls you over to the side and says, hey, nice play. But next time, let's come away with the pick.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete.
Little miscommunication there. Now brings up 3rd down. It just doesn't appear that the quarterback and the wide receiver were on the same page on that last pass.
To return is Johnson. Oh, how about that hit? Wow. He took a pretty good lick at the end of that one. They'll run. This is Jalen Warren. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on 1st down. Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 3.
At the 30-yard line.
Once again, it's Warren. And the D closes quickly. He's stopped after a gain of a yard. Number 5 overall pick, Mason Graham, there on the tackle.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the 1st down marker. And they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard.
Blue 58!
They run out of the gun and tag on a reverse. Oh, the defense meets him in the backfield. They stopped him dead in his tracks and set up fourth down.
Fourth down.
Here's Corliss Waitman now as he's off to punt for Pittsburgh. This brought in out past the 20. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football.
Got it. Ready? Let's go. Come you Lions. Come you Lions.
They'll run with Judkins to begin the drive. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. So we've come to the end of a fairly evenly played opening quarter. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. And we're back to the Steel City after this. Start of the second. Browns in control of the football as they've got it with 1st and 10. Here's Judkins. This time the sledding becomes a little more difficult. They're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
Well, this play, Mike, was clearly about the job of this defensive line. Great job holding their ground, forcing these blockers to be stood up. Nowhere to go for this running back, and they hold him to no gain.
To throw is Flacco. There's a short throw caught by Njoku. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down.
A gain of 7 yards. And it's 3rd down.
They'll throw out of the gun. He's got his man. Right side. It's complete. Down the right sideline. And he'll get into the end zone. Jerry Jeudy. Touchdown, Cleveland. His 6th touchdown now for the season.
The 2-point attempt is no good. That keeps the score. Browns 6. Steelers nothing.
So the lead stands at 6-0 as this one is kicked off. It's a return. Here comes Calvin Austin. Now an opening past the 30. Terrific return. He's taken down just shy of midfield.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 46-yard line.
Get 18.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. That's caught by Smith on the right side. And they finally catch up with him, but it's a big play, taking it into the red zone. A big-time play for Pittsburgh. 37 yards.
So it's man coverage, Mike. You have to keep track of who your responsibility is. And in this case, he just drops him. He's wide open. Short throws turn into long runs, and they're inside the red zone.
First down for Aaron. Throw over the middle, and they can't connect. It's incomplete. Pat Freiermuth, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
Even though it doesn't result in a sack, when you dial up the right pressure at the right time, Mike, sometimes that's all it takes to lead to that incompletion. The timing is just a little off between the quarterback and his intended target, and the ball falls incomplete.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. On the zone read, they hand it to Warren. And he is not going to get away. Might have got the yard, but it will set up third down.
A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
Rodgers. Here's a screen set up for Warren. And they were hoping for a little more on that one. Brought down well short of the first down. It'll bring up 4th down.
Chris Boswell on for the field goal. A 31-yard attempt.
He has to drive this through the rain, but he does. The kick is good. And the Steelers are on the board. They cut the lead to 6-3. Back out is Boswell following the field goal. He'll send this one away. And no return here. This is a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. This is brought in downfield by Judy. And he will score. Jerry Judy. Touchdown, Browns. That is 2nd touchdown of the game. This one number 7 on the year. The extra point is up and through. And the Browns move out in front, 13-3. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Austin now to return this. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line.
Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
He finds Metcalf on the slant. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. 19 yards right away to kick off this drive.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the 1st down.
Now it's a bootleg with Rodgers. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
He throws and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down.
Go to 50. Hey, you block over here. 319.
Rodgers going up top again. And that is incomplete.
Ever so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
He'll get a few yards on this return up past the 15-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. Judkins. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
So often when it comes to safeties, Mike, we talk about their speed and their range. But for him to be able to come up and make a tackle and be physical at the point of attack and keep this ball carrier to no gain, that's pretty impressive.
That's complete. It's Malachi Corley. They're going to get this all the way up close to the 40-yard line. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down.
If you're going to give him this much time to scan the field, he's inevitably going to find an open man downfield like he does here. That's a great job remaining patient and letting that play develop.
He'll work forward for a couple. Patrick Queen, the linebacker. They're on the tackle.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
And the big man in the middle swallows him up right at the line of scrimmage, and I think the next time this offensive play caller decides to go to the ground game, Mike, I bet he's going to find a different place along that defensive front to attack.
He's going to be out of bounds inside the 40-yard line. 23 yards on that pass play. First down, Cleveland.
It's a gain of 23 yards. And the Browns first down.
Up the middle goes Judkins here. Hunting very difficult in these conditions. He gets forward here for a gain of about 3.
4 yards on the pickup.
From the 32-yard line now, here's second down and 6. Here's Sampson. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that.
Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman. Sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the game to nothing.
And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
He'll drop to throw. Right back to Judy. He's got it again. And he's close to another first down. Brought down just shy of the marker.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up second and 2 at the Steelers' 17-yard line.
Here's second and 2.
Let's go.
On the handoff, Judkins. And he's in. Touchdown, Cleveland.
You just don't see these kind of holes too often at this NFL level, Mike, and you can see once he got the ball, the clear line to the end zone, he doesn't get touched. And an unfortunate defensive breakdown here ends up costing him 6 points.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Austin now to return this. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And they will finally get him down, but he gets all the way close to the 40-yard line. From the 39, here's a first and 10. They'll start this on the ground with Warren. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
So his team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional. You become very pass-happy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play. Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your pass attempts, it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level consistently in the NFL. They want to find themselves having any chance of getting back into this game and winning this one. He's going to have to get a lot better with the ball.
Here's Corliss Waitman now, as he's on for the 5th time this afternoon. But he cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return.
At their own 23-yard line.
They go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. A run, and here comes Judkins. And a good job following his blockers. A gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Let's go now.
Again, it's Judkins. And he'll push his way ahead for a gain of 2. Jalen Ramsey up to make the play. The Browns going to use the first of their timeouts here, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Here's 3rd down and a few inches. We'll try and run for the first with Judkins. He'll have the first down. We'll get him up around the 37. Now we'll get a timeout, Cleveland. That's their 2nd. They stop it here with just under 40 seconds until halftime.
At the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage is the 37-yard line for 1st and 10. On the ground, Judkins. He'll try to keep his footing, manages to work it ahead for a couple of yards. We get a stoppage for an injury. Oh, that is T.J. Watt, who is in some discomfort. 2nd and 7. From the shotgun, here's Watson. He'll get back to Quinshon Judkins. And he will not get away. Terrific open field tackle. Gets him down behind the line. Now Pittsburgh will bang a timeout here. That's their 2nd, as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this first half. Here's a 3rd and 10. Throwing is Watson. Now here comes the screen to Sampson. And he's very close to a first down, but it doesn't look like he got there. And yes, they're going to mark him a yard short. And now the Steelers are going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And they stop it with 19 seconds to go in this opening half. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line.
20-yard line.
A-Rod now to throw on 1st down. He'll find his man, Ben Skoranek. And a big strike for good yardage there all the way up to midfield. What a way to kick off the drive. That's a gain of 30 and another first down. So, 1 half in the books. 2nd half coming up. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The 3rd quarter is underway. Austin now to return this. Now a hit. He lost the football. And it's recovered by one of his teammates. Rodgers on 1st down. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
Get 300. Get 300. 319.
From the shotgun, it's A-Rob. Over the middle, Metcalf has it. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. A pickup of 14 on that one. That's a Steeler first down.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
319. Back north. Go to 50. 319.
Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. He's going to take a shot down the field. Oh, he's got a defender right with him, and it's an interception. Hit by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. They run straight ahead with Judkins. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple.
He's taken down at the 17-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
2nd down, 8 yards to go. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw. Maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion.
The whole idea of the play-action pass, Mike, is that you can slow the pass rush down enough that it allows longer, slower developing pass concepts to open up downfield. But in this case, they were on him so fast that by the time he got his head around, that ball needed to come out. There was no timing and ultimately led in an incompletion. I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
And it's a very nice return. He has given the offense a short field.
6-yard line.
A first down throw from Rodgers. And that one incomplete.
We see this time and time again in the NFL. Like, you want to play quarterback at this level, you better figure out a way to be able to bounce back following a bad throw, a bad series, a bad game. And in this case, he's got to bounce back from a pick on the last drive, and he's got to find himself some easy completions and settle himself back into this one. And this is really just more of the same that we saw in the first half. They have made it a huge struggle in the passing game. I mean, just no easy completions, no open space. Every single ball has been contested, and they've done a great job all day.
That's into the hands of his receiver, Skoranek. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. They get 25 on that connection. Good for a Steeler first down.
1-yard line.
To the air once more, it's Rodgers. And he can hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up 2nd down.
At the 21-yard line.
Again, it's Rodgers. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
I think when that ball left his hand, he had visions of a big play, and then that big play almost got flipped on its head because I think he's lucky that that ball didn't end up going back the other direction because that defender got both hands on it but just couldn't come down with the pick.
And And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up fourth down. Here comes Chris Boswell to try a field goal. This from 34 yards. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Steelers are back within 2 scores.
Anytime you find yourself kicking in these elements, Mike, you just can't take anything for granted, especially when it comes to your plant foot, your balance, your control, your footing. It's so important, and give credit. He does a great job here.
Now a hit, and he lost the football. Special teams comes through again. We don't talk about it nearly enough, but sometimes the biggest plays of the game happen like that one. The kickoff return, fumble, recovered, and momentum swings again.
Everybody loves to see a big return, Mike, but the priority of any kick return unit, just give your offense a chance to possess the ball. And in this case, they don't do that. They turn the ball over, and now they find themselves back out there on defense.
And he let him a bit too much. The pass is incomplete.
I'm not so sure he would have picked up the first down had they connected either way, but still, disappointing outcome to not at least get a handful of positive yards on that last one.
They run with one, and he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. Third down and 9. From the gun, Rodgers. That's out wide to Warren. And he's out of bounds, a couple of yards short of the marker, so decision to make here as it's fourth down. So instead of going for the first down, in comes the field goal unit. Bit of a surprise here. This a 31, and this is blocked.
In this situation, Mike, every coach on the sideline is yelling, watch the ball, watch the ball. So this is a gutsy move defensively to sell out and go for that block. Remember, if he times this jump wrong, that's a first down.
Let's go now.
On the ground, it's Sampson to start this drive. And let's give it about 4 on that one. Cole Holcomb in on the tackle.
Brings up second and 5 at the 26-yard line.
So, from the 26-yard line, here is second down and 5. Once again, it's Sampson. Has an opening. Past the 40. Inside the 20. And he will dive into the end zone. 73 yards. Touchdown, Cleveland.
The kicker on for the point after.
No problem there on the extra point. And the Browns will extend this third quarter lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Calvin Austin now from his own end zone. We'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up
The
shop.
Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Rodgers now. Throwing it out wide, and Metcalf has it. And he's out of bounds on the pass play, but that's good for 8 yards. Second and a yard.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard.
Looking to throw, it's Rodgers. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield. They get 18 on that one. That's a Steeler first down.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Here's Rodgers. This one broken up. It's incomplete. Defender right there with him. It brings up second down.
All things considered, good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
The second down throw is incomplete.
And that sideline just cannot believe their guy did not come down with that play. I mean, that's as easy as it gets. I frankly don't blame him. And that's a play at this level you just have to make. Your teammates are dependent on it.
On third down, Rodgers. That'll be caught. It's Metcalf. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. First and 10.
26.
At the 19-yard line.
19.
They'll throw again. Here's Rodgers. This one batted away. It's incomplete. Good hands there in the end zone. And that'll bring up second down.
A bit of a risky throw here in the end zone, Mike, and those windows down here tight, they close so much faster in this part of the field. By the time he let it go, the defender was already in position and was able to make a play on the ball. This pains me to say, Mike, because I love the idea of feeding the tight end, but it can only go his way so many times if it's not going to result in positive outcomes. So wouldn't be surprised to see him try to get his backs, his wide receivers, get some other guys involved, and then later in the game, go back to his big tight end.
That is incomplete, but there is a flag down. Big call here. It was third down. Here comes Chris Boswell to try a field goal. Officially, it's a 36-yard attempt. Boswell's kick is good. And the Steelers will cut into that lead.
And when you find yourself down double digits, you don't want to make habit of settling for these field goals. It does allow them to chip away a little bit and cut into this deficit, but they've got to find a way to score touchdowns.
The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
This is tough. You're trying to give your guys a chance and time it just right, but you have to hit it hard enough. This time, it doesn't go 10 yards. Not going to work out.
Let's go.
They'll try the left side with Judkins. And that play going nowhere. The defense all over that one. They'll bring them down for a big loss.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
On second down, Sampson. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
Well, they've got him going backwards now, Mike, and this is a worrying trend. We've seen it now the last two plays. They have to be able to generate some leverage at the point of attack. Count on positive yardage in the run game.
Two runs going in the wrong direction, and now it is 3rd and 15. He'll stay on the ground with Sampson. That is well done there, converting on 3rd and 15.
More often than not, Mike, when a team decides to keep the ball on the ground on a 3rd and long like this, typically the next play is either a punt or a field goal. But give credit here to this play caller. He saw something in the defense, gives the ball to his back, and he's able to pick up big yardage and the first down. We're seeing such an uptick, Mike, across the league in these hybrid kind of positionless defenders, especially safety. So are they a safety? Are they a linebacker? They're good in both coverage. And in this case, they can play near the line of scrimmage and still make plays on the ground.
They run it once more with Judkins. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Browns. That is second touchdown of the afternoon. And he missed it. It's no good. One of the few things that's gone wrong so far. So they're unable to add one more point onto this big lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Calvin Austin now from his own end zone. Good job in coverage. They're going to get him down short of the 20-yard line.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
First down for Aaron. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up second down.
No. 158 inside. Hey, take 26.
Rodgers to throw. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force third down.
Brings up a third down. 10 yards to go.
To throw is Rodgers. And that is incomplete.
I just don't like the look of this passing game. Like, it just seems a bit erratic. On top of the 2 straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. Truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more.
Looking up through the raindrops. No issue there, though. Fair catch, called for, and taken successfully.
At their own 36-yard line.
First and 10 now from the 36. Drive starts with a run by Judson. And he shows up with strong legs running through one tackle. Give him a gain of 8.
He's done a really nice job making the most of his touches. They've made it a priority. Let's use this ground game to try to wear down the defense. And right now, it's one of the main reasons why they have the lead.
And he's going to have the first down yard across the 50 to the 48. It looks like we've got an injured Brown on the field. So they come to the line for first down and 10.
Here we go. 60 Eagle.
They'll run from the gun, and that's Sampson. And he'll just hope to stay on his feet here, picking his way forward for a gain of about 4.
A gain of 4. It's now second and 6.
Got it. Ready?
So, 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. From the 44-yard line, here's second and 6. We see a lot of this as they begin the fourth quarter on the ground. And he's going to be stuck well behind the line of scrimmage. A play going absolutely nowhere.
Ready?
Third and 9.
Let's go.
Flacco to throw. He got his man complete. That's Judy. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. It's a 3 tight end look as they have it first and 10.
First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
On the ground, it's Sampson. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
Running back looked a little unsure of himself on that carry there, Mike. You have to think back to that fumble earlier in the game. How much is that still weighing on his mind? He didn't really seem to attack that hole like we've seen in the past. He gets stopped. That's no game.
The elusiveness on display there. Nifty footwork setting up first and goal.
And this running game has really been rolling, Mike, all game long. The holes, the run lanes, they've been there consistently. Here's another nice run as they look to put this game away.
This time they're ready for it. Room to run the last snap, not this one. They stop him for no gain. The ball's still at the 8-yard line for second down and goal.
Ready? Cougar 19. Hot go.
Here's Judkins. Stop at the 6, and that sets up third and goal.
The tackle made at the 6-yard line. A 2-yard pickup brings up third and goal.
They'll run. And he bounces it to the outside. And he's in. Dylan Sampson. Touchdown, Cleveland. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. The extra point is good. And the Browns will add one more onto their big lead. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. Johnson now to return. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start.
At their own 28-yard line.
On the ground, it's Warren to start the drive. That's a nice job keeping his balance in these conditions. A gain of about 5. From the 34, here's second and 4. Rogers. That'll be caught by the running back, Warren. And they'll pick up the first down, a gain of about 4.
We're starting to see this so often, Mike. The days of just having a running back who you're just going to turn around and hand it to, yes, that's still a critical part of NFL offensive football, but their ability to be used in the passing game, just one more thing for the defense to have to defend, make them go sideline to sideline, line of scrimmage to the end zone, defend every blade of grass, and a really good running back goes a long way in doing that.
30, 58, go to 50. Hey, you block over.
Now a second down throw from Rodgers. This one grabbed by Austin. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line. Give them 14 on that one. Good for a Steeler first down.
At the 47-yard line.
Look in the 8. Here, Mike.
Going up top again. He finds Scott Miller. And they'll take this down inside the 35. Set to go now on first and 10.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Rogers. That's complete to his running back, Kenneth Gainwell. Another first down, another big play. The defense has some issues. Gain of 18.
First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
To throw, it's Rogers. He's hit as he throws. He throws to the ground, and it's an incomplete pass.
All these defensive linemen, I promise you, they all want sacks. That is how you get paid. That is how you make your name. But it's also the other plays where you can affect the quarterback. Can you make them feel uncomfortable? Or in this case, you don't get the sack, but it was the hit that's able to alter the pass to fall incomplete. So I think as you look back over the course of this game, it's really been the inability of this offense, Mike, to create any sort of balanced attack to get anything going. And whether you look at the rushing yards, whether you look at just the points scored, this offense has to find a way going forward to generate more big plays and more balance, both run and pass. It came up a little bit short there on third down, but I think the reality is, Mike, they've been in four-down territory for a while now. You find yourself down multiple scores. You cannot afford to waste any of these possessions.
And he'll fight forward. Doesn't get a whole lot, but he got what he needed. It is first and goal coming up.
I love this call, Mike. You're basically asking yourself, can your offense beat this defense? And they know exactly what plays coming.
And they are into the end zone for the first time today. Jaylen Warren, touchdown Pittsburgh. Chris Boswell on for the point after. He's got it. And the Steelers are able to edge a bit closer. An injured player on the field. That is Myles Garrett being tended to. They cannot lose him. The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
You have no choice. You find yourself down big here late in the fourth quarter, Mike. You got nothing to lose. Give it a shot. Nice job here by the hands team recovering. They're going to take over possession.
Roll. Here we go. Check go.
On first down, here's Sampson. He'll try to keep his footing, manages to work it ahead for a couple of yards.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Second down and 8. The handoff. This is Sampson. And the defense there to meet him. They'll hold him to 2 and bring up third down.
A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 6.
Hey, check this. Ready, go.
They'll give it to Sampson. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. So now, following the penalty, they're only going to need a yard. It is 3rd and 1. Here's a give, left side at Sampson. They'll knock him down there at the 33, but that is good enough. A run gives him a first down.
Gain of 4 yards. That's good for a Browns first down.
Here's 1st and 10.
A gain of 4 yards. First down, Cleveland.
He'll run. This is Jerome Ford. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming. He's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
19.
They bring Judy in motion. Sampson gonna run it out of the gun. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And that's it.
We've seen this back have his way with this defense all game long, Mike. He's up over 100 yards for the game, but this time the defense said, we've had enough. They sold out to stop him. They hold him to no gain.
He's getting brought down very close to that line to gain. They're going to mark him just a bit short. And now it's 4th down.
So when you're evaluating the impact of a team's run game, I think it's important at the end of the game to look back and say, okay, how many yards did they run for? But more importantly, when did those yards come? Did I run for those yards in the fourth quarter, which typically means I had to lead? That's the sign of a successful run game, as opposed to getting a lot of meaningless yards early in the game.
So it's a win for the visiting Cleveland Browns.